Okie dokie. So let's look at today, dude. I didn't look at the chart. We're looking pretty bullish though, if I dare say so. We bounced out of that area. Looks like, yeah, Friday moved up, and overnight we moved up a little bit. Um, we broke through this area. There's a little bit of effort above that area, but we're now in that again. So let's see if that comes into play. I imagine it will. The next thing to look out for is kind of this situation. We did bounce out of this stack here, then obviously broke back up through it here. But this is an even thicker stack of POCs. I just spat everywhere, and I think this is all times high. Times all times high. um, so that could be pretty substantial um, resistance. I just want to see real quick. I don't think it's worth. I think that's all time high. Um, Highest 2468, 24068, which is, yeah, what's that? Okay, so we're approaching all time highs again. Let's look at, this could be another little zone. Yeah, this volume has been pushing higher. Let's move in a little bit. I think, this is decent. Volume kind of moved through this area pretty quickly yesterday. Today, overnight, whatever. Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. Let's start moving in there. Let's start looking at what's going on. I don't know what you heard about me. Maybe we just shoot straight up. Look at this thing is already moving, dude. And we are pretty. Let's speed this up because we're need to get to 9:30, dude. So I've been watching a lot of order flow stuff. I've been watching Ninja Trader Live, which I've really been enjoying. But so it turns out that I knew it wasn't completely accurate, but it turns out people say Trading View's order flow data is really inaccurate because it's very much like estimated. So I'm not even going to look at delta or cumulative volume delta anymore on here. I think it's just completely guesswork. That looks like a good bounce, but I think that could be fake. It's too early. There's no volume up here right now. Let's just wait this out till we get better structure for the day. So yeah, I'm not going to look at volume on here anymore except for volume profile, I think, which in itself could be not the most accurate. So try to lean on price action, which is, could be good for us. That's what I did. That's what I've done. I've had pretty good results doing that in the past, even without volume profile. So this is bouncing out of this gap. That's tempting. I don't really see a good zone technically right there, but I think that could go up The other thing we got going on is this situation. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it alone for now on TradingView. It would be great to get, you know, okay, we're kind of filling this in here. I don't have VWAP on. VWAP is moving above the point of control. Do we want to risk this? What does this look like? Let's try this. Yeah, let's try it. See what happens. There we go. Push. Oh my god. Okay, nice. Yeah. So in NinjaTrader order flow is what I'm looking at now. It comes with a lifetime, but the lifetime is $1,600. I don't have that much money. Or you can pay $69 a month for it. Also, don't have that much money. But I would like to still pass this thing with some price action and volume profile. Keep it simple, and if I can make a little scratch, start, just buy that lifetime license. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I think definitely like if I have some extra money lying around before I make money trading, just from job, um, it would be great to just like pay for a month of order flow and just mess around with it, back test it, test some indicators out, see if I can build an indicator with, see if I can vibe code something. What is this bouncing out of? Still that very top heavy. Obviously we're top heavy, dude. You freaking goober. There wasn't like a ton of volume over here though. It's kind of, who knows? The other thing I want to see is actually, this might have. Yeah. So yeah, it'd be cool to kind of mess around with that. I really hate the idea of paying for indicators. I don't think you should do it. But there is this set of indicators. There's a suite that the guys at NinjaTrader Live use. I like this. The only thing I don't like about this is actually, I mean, this failed to break above it, and this is kind of like looking like that, but I think that's pretty good. We didn't take a beautiful, this was trailing down back here before we took that long, but that's a decent place to go long. That could take you high. That could take you higher. Definitely the POC. But it's called Order Flow Labs, and I just like watching their videos to see how they describe order flow, and they have a set of indicators that's basically like the stuff that I would want to build anyways, which is like these like liquidity zones, so like supply and demand zones, but actually based on order flow rather than price, which I think is essential to what I like. That's always what I've wanted to do, is use volume based supply and demand zones. So I think that's cool. They have some other tools that are pretty cool. And it's like it's $250 a month. So really it's like I'm not gonna pay $250 a month for that shit unless I'm really just crushing it on the charts and do not feel like building stuff. I don't see why you wouldn't just, not to harsh anybody's vibe, but I don't know why you wouldn't just build it at this point. You can if you have the data, you know. So this is, pushing down a lot. Um, I wonder if that's the last push up there. VP, there's still like not a lot here. So does it want to fill in this area? Value areas down here. But yeah, dude, it's like these guys seem like they're legit, but um, it's just the principle of like paying for indicators. It's like why don't you make money trading, dude? You know? But I can see it. I can see trying to make money while you're making money trading. It's not crazy. Okay. Are we shifting direction now? What are we doing? This is from the open. This is the big push up from the open. Let's see if this reacts. I have a 1 hour. Yeah, I think this is the 1 hour. And that's kind of right where value area is. So let's see if we can establish a base here. We already have a higher low, technically. I would look to see a little bounce down here. If we can break that high, actually. That's what I want to see. We'd be pushing down here. um, what's this risk look like? It's pretty low. I think if this does push down, it's not going to push down very far. Let's try this. Nice. Nice little scalp. See if that continues. I'm so bullish that I'm like waiting for a reversal upwards. Let's actually see if this would have tipped anything off. So hard to read. Not really. Now it's looking like it's pushing downwards. Yeah. I don't know what you heard about me. I'm here. I mean, if it is moving up, it wasn't going to move up from here after that candle. Maybe this is where it would move up. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. Look at that. Pushing for it. POC is still way up there, boy. Okay, we're just going sideways. Yeah, so this was actually a nice zone that defended pretty good. Let's see if POC moves down here. Once again. Oh, not that one. Hold on, buddy. Hold on. Something's going on there, boy. So that we could have actually held a runner on that one. Just breaking that VWAP is nice, but then bouncing it off it is even nicer, and then bouncing off it again is even nicer at a new zone. So that's why I took that, at least for a little bit. I turned down my volume like it was going to make the cars quieter. That's funny. Okay, there's the PLC, and we're breaking. See what happens here. I don't know what yet, man. I love being outside, dude. That's tempting. Actually, no, it's not. It's not. But it would have worked. Why was it tempting? Because it's a good lower high at this area that's holding kind of at the POC below the VWAP. It wasn't tempting because this move down didn't really do anything. So that's fine. I was about to say that, dude, this could no. I know it's too late, like obviously it's moving, but I think at this point, let's just see if that works out. I think it's gonna work out and go lower. You could sell back in there. I'm not gonna, go back in time and say I sold there, but we will mark that. I did see that happening. It's like, yeah, nice. A few nice entries today, dude. It is now 3:11. Let's not get too excited about anything going on here. I already got 2 wins in the bag. Okay, so oh, that's not the 1 hour. Yeah, at this point, like if we would really want something really good to happen, and in the next 30 minutes, do we really think it's going to come all the way down here for a reversal? I don't think so. But and I would rather wait for it to go down there than take my chances on one of these two. Yeesh. I mean, you know, I did not draw this out. That would have been decent. I this I don't like what this high does. That doesn't make me want to go long right there. Because I'm a PIM. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta stop singing that song. Jesus. POC up here. Okay. What do we think? How about the Patriots losing again? Losing the first preseason game. Holy mo! I mean, there's just nothing you can do. It's really like they've given up at this point. Big volume node here. A lot more interest on this side than on this side, obviously. Um, yeah, you would have had to be on some kind of microscope to take that entry, but yeah, that's a place that order flow could maybe help you out. I don't know. Okay. All right, that's 4. Nice. 2 1-to-1 trades. Pretty good. Feel good about that, man. If we were holding, and I should be doing this, I should be marking these out when I hit my targets, but um, that that zone and this high makes a lot of sense if we're holding. I might have put a target up here because I was still bullish at that point. For this guy, I mean, I really didn't think it was going to go much further down than that, but this was when we were shifting, and I think You could still be holding that bad, Larry. Let's see if it breaks right now. You could have just held it to any zone down here, any pre-market zone. Let's just close replay mode because it looks like it's coming back up. You could still be holding it right now. Not a lot more, but yeah. All right. Good start to the week.